we got another tweet from no other than Tom Henderson, our most favorable and reliable leaker. As always, he leaked stuff from Call of Duty, Battlefield, and now talking about a lot of Sony stuff. And it looks like Sony has an event planned for next month in February, and that's the time when Elden Ring and Horizon Forbidden West come out. And of course, those are pretty big games, along with Dying Light 2 and Sifu, and then followed up by that with Gran Turismo 7, I think, in March, and then of course God of War Ragnarok sometime later this year. So it looks like Sony's getting ready to gear up for the next big thing. I don't know what kind of an event this is going to be in terms of how large, but according to him, it does have the potential to be pretty big, so maybe we'll see one or two big titles, from the studio, most likely maybe something related to the Last of Us remake. That's been going around lately, that's almost ready to be released sometime later this year, and of course factions from Naughty Dog, so it'll be an exciting time, and we'll see what's going on next month in February. With that being said, guys, we're moving on to the next thing. Fans of the Dark Souls series have been long asking for a Sci-Fi Souls game from Software. That sounds really weird to say that. So apparently Hidetaka Miyazaki is directing the next entry in the Armored Core franchise. For those who do not know, it is a mech game. I've never personally played it, but I know apparently it has a pretty good cult following back from the PS2 and maybe PS3 days. They're pretty old retro games at this point, and it looks like it's time for a new Armored Core game, and Miyazaki did talk a while ago about an Armored Core game, that it is going to be happening at some point, and it looks like leaks are starting to come through. This leak came in through a subreddit. Now, whether it's confirmed or not, of course, it's not confirmed, so we just gotta wait and see what happens. Take it with a grain of salt, but apparently it's going to feature boss battles, Souls-like gameplay, and things like that, and yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work, but that's really interesting if Armored Core game is gonna become more Souls-like with mechs and all that good stuff. That's gonna be really interesting, and I'm really curious to see how that turns out. With that being said, guys, we're moving on to the next thing. Well, this one's quite a doozy. So, according to the studio director of Sony Bend, Jeff Ross, has confessed that apparently they were working on an open-world Resistance game, or at least pitched it, and apparently that got shut down. Of course, along with Days Gone 2 sequel, because Sony said it was kind of too expensive and they believed that it wasn't as successful as they wanted it to be, despite it, I guess, selling at least 8 million copies, according to Jeff Ross. That was not an actual sales, numbers thing. Apparently he got that number from the trophy data, and trophy data is there, but it's kind of hard to tell, right? Most of that stuff is also, it's not true to exactly how much money people spent on that game and how many of it was sold. The trophies could have came from, I don't know, promotions or something, or PS Plus discounts or whatever, right? These things. And I think sometimes the game was even free on PS Plus or something like that. So counting in trophy data is kind of skewed towards the exact number. So obviously it wasn't 8 million, it was probably maybe 7 million. But either way, the director of the studio is really upset about that, and open world Resistance sounds like a really cool idea. Apparently they had all these cool game loops set and ready to go, but that's what happened, and this is kind of sad, assuming that this was true, and I guess it is true because it is coming from Jeff Ross himself. I hope the guy's not going to be in trouble. But with that being said, guys, thanks so much for checking out this daily news bit, and I will be seeing you later. Peace out and have a good one. Make sure to like and subscribe.